This is what I get on Amazon. So, the Living Tombstone, my delivery instructions, I was like, smell it. Now go, ah. A robot will have my job soon. Throw it in the backyard. Thank you. I'm like an unofficial member of TLT. I think I was just too crazy and drunk for them to like hire or work with, but we definitely vibed. Uh, yeah. I was joking about Trump. Trump will be the first person to be fused with a venerable dreadnought. Venerable dreadnought Trump. First, I wanted to inflate his corpse as a mascot and call him the eternal president. And then I was like, maybe he should be the first one to put into a metal sarcophagus to serve for all time. No, he just does what the Gold Empire wants. The reason he turned pedo-y is that's who runs the place, is the gold. If the pyramid people were really breeding women in secret, it's basically underground. They factory farm women like chickens, which I've been R-worded with a knife. I don't doubt it at all. I heard that from several sources. Um, yeah, challenging the chemtrails when I was like, oh yeah, bunker lords are doing it. Basically, people who hollowed out mountains and built palaces where you can't see them. That's the real ruling class. It's nobody you've ever met before. They're like superhumans too. You'd be mad if you looked at them because they edged out having the best bodies while everyone else got more and more frumpy and humbler, which I am against. I don't think it's a nice thing to leave a child. Hey, I didn't get clued in, God was fake, so here you go, suffering forever. Thanks. It's sad. Yeah. I didn't want to be your leader. I actually contemplated it looking at my astrology and my numerology. And then, not that I believe in that, but it was like the only thing I had to go on. And it kind of worked. I definitely think you should do holographic money. Get the male genital mutilation victims together to look for the secret government. You're looking for superhumans who run harems. And then, yeah, you should get eternal pleasure bodies and like an AI spaceship core. So, metallic glass is great news. I think that you're going to be able to have something that grows itself. Like energy from nowhere techniques are about formalizing the form. What I do with art is a type of psychic telesponder. It's not AI. It's actually um, I applied my fire gazing techniques. I learned how to see like spiritual movies and fire, like really crazy stuff though. And I just take that direct skill to the up and down. And so when like really good artifacts come out, that's on the page and I didn't really intend them. I'm really talking to like it, right? And that method can be used for free AI and free energy. And it's my opinion that the people who said petroleum and steel is the way to go know this and they lied to you on purpose over that female connection. They want to be the coolest so they can always get the girl, which is like to realize that you have people doing that to you thousands of years ago and that they have basically uninterrupted dominance. Yeah, it's a quit in war. I don't have a place to live. My family were traders who believed the man, um, and I'm totally against it. I'm down with you open your door and the people you're with want to hang out with you. They made a choice to hang out with you. They could leave at any time and you're their favorite person. Not illegal. Good for you. You know what I mean? The babies have been maimed and you are using economic disenfranchisement to trade parents printed money for their kids. Extremely illegal. War. We need to figure that out. So, your best soldiers are the male genital mutilation victims who just happen to be all the police and military already. If you're a tranny, if you wanted to be your primary gender and they robbed you of that through some manipulation, get as mad as you want. You're cool with me. I hope you get so angry there's fire in the streets. I am over it completely. Anyway, yeah, I did say that to the delivery guy though. Smell the bag, now go, your job will be replaced with a robot. Throw it in the backyard. That's my rule. I got a backyard mailbox. If you get it with between my targets, it'll always get to me. which they sometimes obey, sometimes they just don't give a shit. Like, I definitely reward the people who listened to the instructions, which aren't always easy to see. Um, I wish they'd put them forward. Yeah. I've gotten refunds before because they didn't listen to the instructions. So, but, yeah, I love Amazon. They deliver really good usually, and their products are okay. They're okay. Yeah. I definitely think it's been as good as you get anywhere else. So, yeah, I'm not for. I think humans should be paid per item they make. Holographic money is 333 a free a day for doing nothing. It puts your life on it. The outvents spot auctions. The government's capped at 666, but it's a service corps. We call it the Devil's Crew. You could have a cool uniform. You could wear Oni masks, whatever you want. The Devil's Crew, you do all the hard stuff. Yeah. But it's a service job. So it's like, what I want is you could just wear your cell phone and your cell phone camera could look out and then stitch together relevant images using AI, right? The best computers on the planet, the AI that like Singapore uses is neurons. They just put neurons in a machine and it's the best thinker they have still. So that might be hellish. It might not. I'm not sure how I feel about neuron enslavement. That's totally, whoa, beyond it to me. But anyway, I want an AI spaceship core that like it does objects energy from nowhere, which like I say, my art is a bridge to that. And you want people to live forever and enjoy it. Making people who suffer and die, who have to toil, is a horrible middle, and maybe you'll be heroes to people one day who don't have to do that at all. I hope everyone who works and is forgotten is one day remembered by a true eternal who looks back and goes, "You were awesome. Thank you for what you did for me." I've said it before. People won't like you at all unless they have nice lives that they enjoy. Nobody's going to give you free appreciation if they hate who they are and what they have to do. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Uh, I would get it together and root out the underworld. I would look into who is living out of sight in private property. And by the sight, the end of the chemtrails and the weird, eerie quiet and the way when I'm doing flyer drops, police are all over me. They can't say anything because they know, like, there's not going to be many cops left who are against me. They're all going to know it's like, yeah, I hurt all the time because of these people. I agree with you. I find a lot of people who agree with me, you know what I mean? And I'm not doing anything disingenuous. I really have like real reasons to think and feel the way I feel. So, but yeah, I definitely think that Donald Trump is pro circumcision. He's also pro gold empire pedophilia. And as we know, he's been the servant of gold for a very long time. So, yeah, what you can't see can hurt you. You know what I mean? That's the rule from nature. What you can't see can definitely hurt you. So, yeah, I think it's smart to aim at a better baseline for existence and then reproduce as much as you want. When every new person, when they're ready to leave, gets a spaceship and lives forever, they don't have to kill anything to survive. They don't have to toil. You know, I'm going to fly to a new galaxy. That should be exciting. They should be bouncing up and down on the way, like we're going. I don't think you're bad. I think you're going to be a great presence in the cosmos. You'll make people less lonely, and you're going to be in an entourage with your animals. Yeah, your favorite pets are going to get cooler and cooler. Like tuxedo cats are going to get awesome. But yeah, I would definitely hold back on mass reproduction until you live forever easily for free with like a spaceship buddy or something. Then you can have as many kids as you want. Because otherwise, you're just making people, it's like, I'm here for what? You know, homework is child labor. You literally rob, they're like youth vampires. The Gold Empire, oh yeah. They don't like, the society domination is as cruel as you treat cows, for real. So yeah, it scares me. But yeah, I am an unofficial member of TLT. I definitely had many of their songs sung to me or about me, which I definitely like. So this will be my first merch I've had from them. I didn't know what they look like by sight, and I do have the sense I'd seen them before. But for like years of my life, I was either so drunk or high that I was unapproachable. I was a screaming mess most of the time, which is good for being an artist. It's not so good for like, let's make a business relationship with this person. That never happened, but I didn't really want that anyway. I'd rather be more casual. So yeah, my thoughts. Yeah, this is what I buy when I get online. Stuff like this. The dolls, I'm going to put magnets under them and hide them places. Yep. And then the reflectors are for, I got a tub. Where is it? I don't think any of these things tell people where I live, which is fine. Where's my tub? Oh yeah, these things. Oh yeah, the stamp. I got that. Oh, there it is. Yeah, the flyer box. I got a flyer box. I spent $100 on leaflets today. The guy who was printing them read what I said, and he's like, "No tax. Don't worry about it." You know, the normal fee went out the window because he read what I had written, which is the normal, which I just talked about. So yeah, online people are like, "What? No one else is saying that." In person, they're all like, "Yeah, I totally agree with you. That's absolutely crazy." So it's like, yeah. When I did dollar drops, the internet went down suspiciously, and they do. I'll find cops up the street just watching me, but out of view, right? Or like the helicopters will circle right over center of my house. I'm not paranoid. I know that the people who tell them what to do are scared as all hell I'm going to succeed because they will get, because they R worded everyone and lied so bad. And so, but the problem is the police are all their victims too. So the police won't do anything. You're not going to find anyone who isn't directly victimized by these greedy pedophiles. They are. If you would make slaves waste their whole lives to build your corpse a pyramid, you are the type of selfish person who would put genital mutilation in their religions and acquire little girls for private harems. You are. You're exactly that level of greedy. And then you match it with them inspiring wars on purpose to kill us men on purpose. They have to be stopped like Lord Sauron. These people getting married, I'm like, didn't Lord Sauron teach you anything? You're just putting a golden diamond occult binder into your life. You involve the law, then you're getting words subliminated. You're just telling the universe, I obey words or else, which is not the requirement. It's not. You notice holographic money has no law. It works without a law. And it'll keep you safer than what they do, for real. Yeah. The advantage you have is allegedly the people who are the real ruling class are so old money they're illiterate. And so we can get a pounce on them. We can get a social revolution faster than they can react to it because they just won't understand what's happening. So yeah. I would not continue believing in human divinity at all. Any eating, shitting animal who needs sex is going to be a duplicitous mofo. They're never going to be totally honest because they're not that. They had to lie about that to get that treatment, but they lied. So, yeah. I wish you cared more and noticed more, and I wish more people who heard me agreed with me more openly. That would make everything go way smoother. So, yeah. Thanks all. Thanks TLT. I got, as hard as I talk, I got a lot of friends out there. I really do. I got people that look out for me, so I appreciate you. Um, I don't give away nice lives, but I hope that one day you do have a nice life. I hope one day you live forever for free and you like it. Um, and I hope you're never lonely. And I hope you enjoy meeting aliens, which is going to be really interesting and cool. Can you imagine one day you're going to have the possibility of living forever and visiting all the planets too? talk about a centillion years of fun. I don't think you're ever going to get tired of it. I really do love you. I hope you have a great time. Bye bye. No resurrecting me unless it's like really beyond optimal circumstances, and then you should respect it's a clone. It's not really me. So, yeah, spiritual. If you had to make something ghosted so it's conscious, I can do that with people who explore like consciousness outside the body will become convinced that I'm not the genius, that sort of thing. And also that there's different, like, you can make things that aren't nearly as complicated as living flesh and neurons semi conscious as well and include them in thinking circuits. Yeah. Like when I play music, the whole environment will join me. It'll start, yeah. Or if you talk to any creature that exists before and after physical stuff, it'll be like the whole environment becomes them, right? So the thing is that my word about the religions is if there was a genuine one, it would pop out of thin air, and none of them do and none of them are. That what we're doing here is more snake and spider stuff, and it's not really like truly authored or truly given like a real revelation. That shit's just like, well, if they lied to you first and then circumcised you, harsh, but the lesson needed to be learned, right? But they don't. They circumcise you first and then lie to you so you get over it and then do all the work, which is clearly just funny business. So anyway, yeah, I got flyers outside my home. If you happen to catch one, read it. I put some effort into what I said, and I think it's interesting. I don't try to say things that other people have heard before or seen before. That, like, why do I do so many art shows? Because genuinely, they're all new. Genuinely, they really are things that I don't. If when I get to the point that I'm going, okay, I'm repeating that, I'll stop. But I'm really not, and I really when I'm doing it, I'm like, the reason it's up and down is that's the most efficient motion. But to me, I'm doing other things in that. You know what I mean? So I think it's an ancestral talent. It makes me question education. Yeah, obviously homework. Here we wasted a kid's time all day in social isolation. Bubble yourself, no touching others. You obey verbal commands when, and then we're going to give you a mountain of work to take home. Oh yeah, we freed you from child labor laws. Have fun with homework. I mean, it really is like getting hit with both hands at once, like slapping a kid with the top over their head and then through their feet so they tumble. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. And that's like what you do to people you don't like, right? So who's out there having a grudge against children? The Gold Empire. It really is. Like when I go, they're greedy pedos. I'm not just making up words that hurt. I really have nothing else to say about it, but they are greedy pedophiles. So, yeah. Now, Asia, which lets people do the S word to kids, hates when I say this. I get banned all the time for this content. They'll always call me like, you're not being honest. I know I really am. I wouldn't do that to a kid. I've had a few teenagers like ask me out, but obviously I didn't do anything. I was like, "Aw, thank you." I wasn't like, "Score." Now you said it. Come here. That's so fucked up. I never was doing it. But yeah, I mean, like you can't let a puppy get excited to see you. That's cute. It is. It's cute. But I think that if you treat a kid wrong, they have a right to track you down and repay the favor when they grow up. Yeah. And if you treat a kid good, they'll always look out for you. They'll always be like, that is the nicest man or whatever it is. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Karma was made up so they could blame their sexual assault victim for what they did to them. For real. The whole thing, oh, you in a past life once, billions of years ago, you did this to someone else, is kind of a fuzzy guess to cover the fact that they just mass R-worded everyone and enslaved them to nonsense. For real. So if enlightenment is the basic nature, what are you doing teaching it? It makes no sense. Of course, it's BS. It's just they want to talk down at you and cover up why they're guilty. It's like getting robbed by a raccoon. Imagine you get touched by a raccoon. He goes, "You're okay, you're okay, you're okay. Why are you saying I'm okay?" Well, you didn't see it. He just robbed you, but he's trying to get you over being angry about it so he can leave. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I'm not into that. I think that's silly. Yeah. Yeah, work on eternal pleasure bodies, work on AI spaceship cores. Don't let the government talk you into suffering or being too modest humble. You people are getting so modest humble looking, it's getting rough. It's getting rough looking. It really is like tough to look at you. Um, please look however you want. See, the thing with the AI spaceship core is that it'll let you look however you want, and then it's not so weird. It's like they wanted to look that way, like being extremely busty or whatever. A lot of those girls do it with pills because if you think about the geometry, you're going to hold your baby in the crook of your arm like this, right? And so if your boobage goes like beyond your elbow significantly, then what's going to happen is you're going to have like just it's going to be the baby's tiny face being smothered in giant, you know what I mean? And so like a lot of that stuff is faddish. I don't think forbidding it's right, but I think definitely it's like you should respect they chose to do that. And then you can respect they chose to do that. Oh, hey, cool, or whatever. You know what I mean? Yeah. I definitely think growing old and dying isn't a nice gift. So, as much as I hate the circumcision and that at least it was kind of honest, like you thought you had it nice, you thought you were going to a paradise. See, the thing is, they do it to get virgins, though. It's not even the right way to treat people. It's not. It's not. There's really no justifiable reason for it. They're doing it to score virgin girls. And what I found is they don't care at all if you masturbate or anything. They eat cows. They factory farm chickens. No, circumcision was about a tyrannical put down, so the average guy felt like he was trash. Yeah. And that's only something a man would think of. A woman, an old woman, nah, they wouldn't think of that. A tyrannical human breeder, yes, they would think of that. A human who breeds humans for his own slavery and enjoyment, yes, they would definitely do that. That's who your gods are. You know, your gods are humans who segregated themselves from you and said, I'm too special to live by your rules and you can do what I want because God said, you know, and as long as you pay lip service to that, you're embarrassing us. The right way is to hate it. You know, a lot of those people who go to the church are predators. They're looking for victims who buy it or believe it somehow. Or maybe they do. Yeah. If it was genuine, it would pop out of thin air. It never did. So that's a lot of information. You know, I think it's interesting that you can get like psychic prayers answered, but it doesn't pop out of thin air still. I think it's definitely either local powers or it didn't tell you what to do and it heard you too, which in the respects of a host is a high honor. It let people lie about it without stopping it. That's a high honor of respects. The argument that it wouldn't happen unless it was approved of is actually completely suspicious, and I disagree with it. I think it lets the horrible be the horrible so you make a different choice. I think it lets you get burned with fire so you go, okay, let's not do that. Hey, we're going to do a cult that hurts everyone. As long as the people who want you to do that are still funding it with mountains of gold, you never, which is slaves dig the gold, but it's really the owner who gets all the profit from it. Which who made that up? Holographic money fixes that. Yeah, holographic money will get you paid per action instead of hour. So, yeah. Yeah, my goal with holographic is government gets cool money with what they do on it. Like Devil's Crew, you should look awesome. And your money should be action money where you're always doing things that are useful or that people need. So you'll have things to be proud of. And then ideally, since there's no taxes, people like workers will be able to make, $1,000 a day for 4 hours of action. Like, you shouldn't get paid per hour. You should get paid per item you've made or paid. And if you do hourly, it should be like a special deal, like, whatever it is, security or some watcher. But the AI watching is going to get better and better. I'm totally down with AI, like going, hey, your neighbor needs help. Yeah, there's just a thing that I don't mind that. I think the AI should keep it all for history, and it should also be an open two-way street. It knows everything, but it'll share anything with anyone. I think that's actually kind of fantastic. That brings us closer. You know what I mean? Yeah, and the AI spaceships, I want them to know where each other are, fly near each other. I think it should look cool at night. You should see like a really cool nighttime should be a really cool light show of our ships. And I want to go to the sun and get like magnifying rays and stuff and start doing friendly laser shows at our other planets, populated planets. Yeah, let the whole universe know we exist. Uh, they said they found that artificial light coming from a galaxy trillions of miles away. That means the galaxy is not billions of years old. Let me tell you about human beings. They're gonna figure out exactly what you really know, and then they're gonna lie to you just beyond that, so you think they're awesome, so you think they're special. You gotta avoid that. That's like, you see how people fish? Do they really care about the life of the fish? They'll make the most elaborate bait and lure possible. And are they really doing it to be their friends or for them? If there was no hook and you're like, let's feed the fish, oh, look, he got it. And then oh, that fish had a meal. And then you sit back. Who does that? None of them. So, watch out. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye bye. I do love you. I did my best. I tried. Thanks all.